Welcome to Celebrity Inside. Meghan Markle is making an attempt to damn her half-sister from deposing husband aristocrat Harry and father Thomas Markle. Is her defamation proceedings. Before we continue, please support us by clicking on the subscription button and turn on the notification bell for more updates. Samantha Markle is suing Meghan over her now infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021. Further, because the material printed in the Finding Freedom biography, Samantha lawyers had confirmed that they need to depose Thomas between 5 and 21 October and also want to depose Prince Harry and Oprah for his or her testimony, Newsweek reports. However, Meghan legal team have hit back. They need requested a decide stop the method of grouping and cathartic proof till a ruling on whether or not the lawsuit ought to be entirely thrown out. Samantha lawyers need to depose Thomas Markle. They argue that Meghan's statements regarding her relationship with Samantha are non-actionable opinion that also are considerably true. A deposition of Mr. Markle at this juncture, beside different discovery, would be associate surplus spectacle and waste of the parties' time, money and resources, their filing read via the publication. Meghan lawyers have prompted the proceedings ought to be thrown out. Samantha Markle shouldn't be permissible to force Meghan and, potentially, various non-parties to devote substantial resources to extraneous discovery, whereas a worthy motion that might lose the entire case is unfinished. The filing continued. As mentioned below, discovery during this case ought to be kept pending resolution of the motion to dismiss as a result of 1. The motion is clearly worthy and can lose the case. 2. A quick stay of discovery won't prejudice or hurt Samantha Markle, and 3. Discovery will harm Meghan, different non-parties, the court, and therefore the interests protected by the primary amendment. Aristocrat Harry was also named within the work as a witness, it also stated. Additionally to the parties, Samantha known a large 19 non-party witnesses, together with aristocrat Harry, Meghan mother, Oprah Winfrey, and a number of other journalists, media personalities who reside within the United Kingdom, together with Scobie and Durand, the authors of Finding Freedom. Considering all this dramas, once the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced their plans to marry in 2018, several discussions turned to the actual fact that Meghan was a divorcee. However, she isn't the sole member of the royal house to own remarried. Over the past 30 years, 3 of the Queen youngsters have split from their first partners, and 2 of them have aforesaid I do for the second time, Prince Charles and Princess Anne. Meanwhile, more have separated but chosen to not remarry, such as Peter and Susan Phillips and aristocrat Margaret and Anthony Armstrong-Jones. The royal house are closely related to the Church of England, that solely began allowing divorcees to hook up with, whereas their former spouses were alive in 2002. Take a glance back at the royals' first wedding photos and details. Though not a royal of her own descent, Meghan Markle's wedding to aristocrat Harry in 2018 was additionally not her first. The Yankee player had antecedently been in an exceedingly biennial marriage with producer Trevor Engelson, which led to 2013. The ceremonial occasion dissolved in a no-fault divorce, citing unreconcilable differences. Aristocrat Charles was the primary heir to be granted a divorce back in 1996, once he split from Lady Diana Spencer. This followed a 4-year separation before the couple reached a final agreement. A year later, in 1997, Princess of Wales was killed in an exceedingly automobile accident in Paris. This meant that the Church of England's restrictions at intervals marriage didn't apply to aristocrat Charles, though he received a politician marriage blessing to Camilla Parker Bowles in 2005, when the law had passed in 2002. Camilla Parker Bowles was additionally a woman at the time of her marriage to aristocrat Charles. She antecedently married British Army Captain Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973, who she went on to own 2 youngsters with, son Tom in 1974 and girl Laura in 1978. The split in 1995, the year when Prince of Wales admitted to committing criminal conversation with Mrs. Parker Bowles, whereas still married to Diana. Aristocrat Anne, the Queen's second child and solely daughter, single from her husband Captain Mark Phillips in 1992. The divorce came after being split for 3 years. An aristocrat and remarried to her current husband Timothy Lawrence, pictured above later identical year. This was the primary time a toddler of British monarch had remarried when divorce and defied the Church of England, since the 2002 law had not nevertheless come back to fruition. Anne sidestepped this by marrying